Do you think you can meet again after 200 years? Science denies the possibility. Iris is a scientist, but when she finds herself in the pages of an antique book, her certainties are breached, and the boundaries between imagination and reality become dangerously labile. There was a trial on May 15, 1966, and this is how it started. The defender. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have heard the facts and you have heard the testimony of Iris Salati. Iris Salati does not perceive the world the way you and I do. She suffers from an acute mental illness which alters her spatial and temporal perceptions. Iris Salati believes she belongs to another century and another continent. If you ask Iris Salati who she is, she will depict herself as a character who you might have read about in a fairy tale as a kid, or perhaps in a novel. Iris Salati is unaware of her own identity. I have already interrogated her to prove this aspect, but you are more than welcome to repeat this exercise to convince yourself. If you ask Iris Salati who you are, she will portray you with vivid fantasy, and you will gasp with bewildered surprise at your own portrait. Will you recognize yourself in that portrait? I challenge you to. Iris Salati's vision of those who surround her is as distorted as the vision of herself. Of all witnesses you have listened to, Iris Salati is the one who, without any doubt, damaged her own reputation the most. I already highlighted the doubts, the shades and omissions, undeniably weakening the reliability of all testimonies but one, the testimony of Iris Salati. Iris Salati's testimony is an unconfutable proof of her guilt. But is it? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Your Honor, is it? If the answer to this question is yes, then you must accept to view yourself as a lady or gentleman from the 18th century, because this is who you are to Iris Salati. Remember her testimony, all of it. When I asked Iris Salati, who do you see in this court? What was her answer? I see the same people Erisa saw on May 15, 1866. I see the same people Erisa saw in 1866. When I asked Iris Salati the cause of her actions, she told me that a man named Caesar Mercury is. Is this true? Nobody knows because Caesar Mercury is nowhere to be found. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Your Honor, the only guilt Iris Salati can be accused of is mental weakness, and for this guilt she should not be punished, but rather receive compassionate help in an appropriate institution. I confide in the law and in your well-pondered judgment. The judge. Does the defendant have anything to add? Iris Salati. I am sinful, not crazy, and you must punish me for my sins.